Grand Lake Health Systems welcomes you to this broadcast of high school girls varsity basketball sectional tournament. We are here at Troy High School Gymnasium where the Sidney Yellow Jackets will take on the Beavercreek Battling Beavers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Quality Meats, Sidney Ogles Audiology, and NKTelco. We'd like to thank those fine sponsors as we are live here from the Troy Student Activity Center here. I'm Brandon Coverman, along with me, Scott Fry. And Scott, first day of Division I sectional tournament here. We got a good 7-10 matchup here with our fellow NKTelco school, Sidney, sitting at number 7, a solid 16-5 record coming into this tournament.
Looking forward to it. Can't think of a better way to spend a cold, snowy January afternoon than inside watching ladies high school basketball. It's tournament time, so everything goes up a couple notches. And yeah, I think we'll have a good matchup. We were talking off the air before. Beavercreek was a former Miami Valley League member. They come in at 8-13 overall, 3-4 in the conference, scoring 42 per game and allowing 37.9.
Yeah, looking here at Beavercreek, giving up about 41 a game, scoring about 40.2 points a game. These guys were in the G-Walk together for a while. They're under the direction of head coach Ed Zink, the all-time winning leader of high school girls basketball history in Ohio. They come in at an 8-13 record. We look at Sidney and second-year head coach Jamal Foster. This is a team the other year who didn't even win a game a couple years ago. Now they're led by a couple superstars in Allie Stockton and Lexi Brewer.
Absolutely. They come in with a 16-5 overall record for Coach Foster in year 2, 14-3 in the Miami Valley League. They win the Valley Division at the bottom half of that conference. There's so many teams that they've split it into two, the Miami Division and the Valley Division. So looking forward to a really great matchup today.
Should be a good one here. Beavercreek and Sidney here next, as we'll go to the national anthem and the starting lineups here next on NKTelco Sports. We'll go to starting lineups here, brought to you by Sidney Ogles Audiology for the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Number 1, Kiera Hudgens, a freshman. Number 3, Lexi Brewer, a sophomore. Number 23, Allie Stockton, another sophomore. Number 24, senior Michaela Hurry. Number 22, senior Samantha Reynolds, third in the Miami Valley League in third in city history in blocks, fifth right now in the Miami Valley League. Their head coach in his second year is Jamal Foster, a former Sidney graduate. Let's look at the Beavercreek Battling Beavers and their starting lineups, brought to you by Sidney Ogles Audiology. Number 3, junior Macy Rhodes, averaging 9.6 points a game. Number 4, Ashley Vaughn, another junior averaging 4 points a game. Lauren Hinders, averaging 3.4 points a game. Number 22, senior Zoe Bent. And rounding out the lineup, number 34, Anna Landing, another senior for head coach Ed Zink. So as we get going today, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio here. First, for the Sidney Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Coach Foster wants to hold this Beavercreek team to under 40 points. He feels like that's going to, with their offense, get them enough to get over the hump and move on in the tournament. They also want to rebound and only allow 1 shot per possession for Beavercreek. And then finally, finish strong around the basket and make your free throws.
And now for the Battling Beavers.
So Coach Zink wants to contain Sidney's guards. They can put up some points, so obviously that's going to be the key there. Handle the pressure. Sidney's going to bring lots of defensive pressure, try not to get too many turnovers, and then finally just be very efficient on offense.
Quickly, right to begin there, Ashley Vaughn with the shot no good as Brewer got the rebound. She stepped on the baseline. Quick turnover for the Jackets. Ball will be taken out of bounds by Landing. Go to the lead scorer in the corner, Macy Rhodes, the junior, slips it on the inside. There's going to be a little short shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by the freshman, Hudgens.
Nice ball movement that time. Actually, both trips down the floor. A couple of nice, crisp bounce passes, just unable to finish the play.
Sidney the other year had no wins. Coach Jamal Foster coming in as this team moved to from the G-Walk to the Miami Valley League and has really revamped this program. They've won their league their conference 2 years in a row. And he's really revitalized this program back to where it was its dominance a couple years ago. On the inside, Samantha Reynolds, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Zoe Bent.
Nice job on defense there. Not a clean look for Sidney. Beavercreek so far, that first key contained the guard play. On that first trip, they did just that.
Nearly a minute through of action here, no score yet. Deep three, Roach trying to change that, and that's well short. And Hudgens bringing it across the timeline, quickly moving it up over to Stockton, the lead scorer for his team. Up and under the basket, Allie Stockton, oh so smooth. And Sidney strikes first on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Well, that was one of the guards that they were concerned about. Allie Stockton comes in averaging 16.3 a game, shooting almost 40%. You saw a nice baseline runner for her to get things started in the scoring.
Creek trying to move it around here. Go right wing in the corner. Up under the basket, goes over to Rhodes in the corner, flips it on the inside. Shot no good there by Landing. That's pulled down by senior Michaela Hurry.
Sidney doing a great job on the offensive glass. So far, Beavercreek's only been able to put one shot up each time down. You see Sidney missing there, and we're going to go the other way quickly.
High-paced game here, Division I opener here. And that shot's good there. There was number 30, Lauren Hinders, averaging 3.4 points a game, knocks us back up at 2.
Just a good quick transition off of the rebound. Beavercreek goes right down. Simple, efficient offense like they said they wanted to do. One shot up and in.
Hudgens left wing trying to break this tie. They go over to Stockton, top of the key. Stockton going to try to be shifty and use that speed here. They go on the inside. They go to Brewer. Brewer trying to kiss it off the glass. It's short. Pulled down there by Landing.
Did a good job there on the part of the Beavercreek defense, not letting Brewer get a good clean look, making a pretty tough shot, unable to convert. And then we see it travel down at the other end.
Great straight up defense there by Stockton as she kept her hand straight up, and Landing ran right into her and dragged the pivot foot. That'll
be one turnover apiece now in the early going. 5:28 here to go in the first quarter.
2-2 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Brewer up over on the left side to Hurry in the corner of Stockton. They try to run a little flare screen there for Hurry. Off the second action there in the corner to Stockton. She'll let it fly. Bullseye. Allie Stockton's got all 5 Sidney points here early on, and they lead 5-2 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Boy, nice patient ball movement that time on the part of Sidney. They were able to kind of set a little screen and get the pass in behind the screen, and then she converted with that space she had.
Stockton feeling hot. She throws that one just a little wide over the basket. Creek quickly up the court. Going up on the right wing, it works around to Macy Rhodes. Over there, there's a 3 there by Hinders, no good. Falls out of bounds, and there'll be Sidney possession as we have our first substitution. Kimora Johnson, another freshman, averaging 2.3 points a game, into the lineup for Michaela Hurry.
So good start for Sidney here, just an early 5-2 lead, but a really nice look by that 3 ball on the part of Stockton.
5-2 our score here. Stockton coming into this game averaging, again, 16.3 points a game.
Well, Hinders some nice pressure up front, making it tough to move the ball around.
Reynolds shot no good on the inside. Reynolds is one of those players who is kind of going through the thick of it with Sidney when they didn't win any games a couple years ago. Now with this team when they've won 16 games this year.
Yeah, it's nice to see that pay off. You know, stick with the program. She doesn't bail out on it. And Coach Foster rewards her with an important role here. Nice putback for Beavercreek. 5-4 now is your game. Sidney by 1.
And that was Anna Landing again, already exceeding her season average of 4 points early on. Hudgens back out to Brewer, kicks it back out over to Hudgens, up over to Stockton. 5-4 here early on, over halfway through the first period. Stockton gets the ball, she goes fouling extended, takes the jump shot, rattles out, pulled down by Rhodes.
Well, Sidney got the look they wanted that time. Stockton worked around the ball, or around the screen, just unable to bury it, but it was a clean look, and now here's the steal by Stockton.
Brewer with the pressure, Stockton the beneficiary, and she's got all 7 points in this Sidney attack early. 7-4 Jackets.
Well, nice job, like you said there, Brewer putting pressure on, creating that turnover opportunity. Stockton just like a rocket down the floor, up and in.
Brewer leads the MVL in steals per game, averaging 4.2. Quite a bit of difference there, but Kira Hudgens, there with the foul.
So here's that steal. You see the pressure there, and then Stockton able to kind of out-jump ball it at center court, wide open, up and in on the Winners Quality Meats replay. Sure do thank them for making those replays available to us.
Hurry back in the lineup. Reynolds is going to go take a breather here. Ball's worked up on the right wing, up over to Vaughn. Vaughn in the corner to Landing. They keep working around. Bent picks up her dribble, looking on the inside. It's got to get out of there. There's a shot by Hinders, or excuse me, Landing, Landing with 4 now.
Tell you, they've got a nice advantage on size. Now you're going to get a and one opportunity here for Sidney. But back down at the other end, Landing has got a nice size advantage down there, and they took care of it that time, Beavercreek, or took advantage of it, I should say.
And credit Jamal Foster and his squad racing right back up the floor. Lexi Brewer, as we take a look at our Winter Quality Meats replay here, getting the contact, fouled there by Landing. Brewer to the line. The super sophomore is really supercharging the Sidney team here in the first 5.5 minutes of the ball game.
Lexi Brewer averages with 10.3 a game, missing the front end of that, or the and one, I should say, sorry.
Yeah, Sidney's free throw is really something that's kind of been one of their crutches this year as they get a steal in transition. Hudgens under the basket, no good. They'll reset. Hudgens over to Stockton in the corner to Johnson. Johnson on the inside through a wave of Beavercreek hands, kicks it out to Brewer. Brewer off balance shot. Can she get it to fall? No good. It falls in the hands of Landing.
Boy, nice job of Beavercreek, just not giving Sidney a clean look on that trip down off of the turnover. 3 turnovers now by Creek to just 1 for Sidney.
Shot from the corner there, and Landing fouled. Landing averaging 5 points a game. And as a 61% free throw shooter, will have a chance to try to dent this Sidney lead.
That foul's called on Allie Stockton, her first. And that'll be a 2-shot foul for Landing, excuse me.
Landing 61% again on the season as we have our first Beavercreek substitution. Number 20, Lily Leopard into the lineup. First substitution coming 6 minutes in the game for Coach Ed Zink, the all-time leader in wins in Ohio High School Athletic Association history in girls basketball. Foul right after the free throw there.
Yeah, you saw Stockton go up for that free throw. And for Beavercreek, number 13.
Riley Bean.
Yeah, Riley Bean went in there
Riley
to try
Ryan,
Ryan, excuse me. Yeah, Riley Ryan went in there to try and tie her up and was unable to do so. Ended up getting a foul.
Brewer works it across the timeline here. Ball's taken away, it's Rhodes. She straddles the left side. Hudgens, great defense by Sidney, but Rhodes on the cleanup, no good, and a golden opportunity there. Got away from the Beavers.
Well, Macy Rhodes anticipated that pass, stepped in the gap, but quick defense there on the part of the Yellow Jackets. Brewer getting back to kind of help clean up her own mistake there. Great work by Lexi Brewer to break that up.
Left wing, it goes Johnson. In the corner, Stockton. Boy, it's a golden opportunity missed there for the Beavers. Tough break for them. Ball goes through the hands of recently entered in Cassidy Truesdale, and it's going to be a turnover. Back into the lineup here is Maya Grillo for the first time.
So we're at 3 turnovers apiece now here in the first period. A little pressure from Sidney.
Working quickly up the court is Riley Steinbrunner. Kicks it out, shot there, good by Lily Leopard. That's a long 2, and Creek back within 1.
Just a great job of getting open all by herself on the wing was Leopard, and a good pass as they brought the ball up, and nothing but net. Beautiful shot.
Under a minute to play here, 9-8 here in the first round. Winner of this game will play Vandalia, Butler, or Troy back in here next week in the second round of action. Already the game today, Wayne defeated, I believe it was Springfield, to go on to the second round.
The winner of this matchup will play the winner of Troy and Vandalia Butler, who play later tonight at Tecumseh.
Foul on the inside there on Beavercreek. Too many hands on the inside causing the foul. Brewer gonna take it out of the basket. 25.3 remains. Brewer gonna kick it out up there to Johnson. Goes back to Hudgens. Back out to Brewer, 20 seconds remain. Deep three there, good! Bullseye there for Kiera Hudgens, 12-8 Jackets.
Boy, what a shot. It's a contested three. She just put a high arc on the ball. Beautiful shot by Hudgens.
Ball work down here quickly. Rhodes gonna take a three off the iron, no good. And that's gonna end the first quarter. 12-8, Sidney over Beavercreek. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Back here at the Student Activity Center at Troy High School, as you see the Sidney bench here, the Yellow Jackets up ahead 12-8 over the Beavercreek Battling Beavers, and that youth movement that Sidney has got going really shined there that first quarter, Scott.
Boy, sure enough, between Lexi Brewer and Allie Stockton, both sophomores, and then Kiera Hudgens burying that big three. They're making it happen. That was one of the keys that Coach Zink wanted to do, was contain the guard play. And there you see Kiera Hudgens.
14-8, Sidney with their largest lead of the night now as they amp the pressure back up against Beavercreek. Rhodes battling against Brewer. Again, 4.2 steals a game. Creek working it around here. It's worked out by Steinbrunner. Up over on the right wing there, over to Riley Ryan. Ryan kicks it out over the top there. Ball goes through Lily Leopard's hands, and it's up on the floor, and we have a jump ball. Arrow favors Beavercreek. That went right through Steinbrunner's hands.
We see Sidney nice and aggressive on defense down here, and ends up essentially taking away the possession arrow from Beavercreek as they have to spend it on that jump ball.
Ball in the backcourt. Over to Rhodes. Brewer applying that tough pressure. And Sidney this year tried to keep it generally Miami Valley League teams here due to coronavirus. Backdoor cut there on the inside Steinbrunner. She's jammed up by a couple Jackets on the inside. Ball's kicked in the corner, and it went off a Jacket as we have a substitution into the lineup. Number 10, Trinity Bean into the lineup for the first time.
Lady Yellow Jackets for Sidney doing a great job of just making the passing lanes very, very narrow or non-existent.
Bean gives it up over to Rhodes. Rhodes slips it on the inside, and that's a nice play inside to Maya Grillo, the benefactor there on the assist from Rhodes.
Boy, great ball movement just as soon as I say it, right?
Yep, perfect.
Beavercreek does a nice job of working around the Sidney defense. Couple quick bounce passes, get a free person cutting, and they get a score out of it.
Stockton left wing, up over to Hudgens. Hudgens on the exchange, over to Johnson, over to Brewer. 1, 2, 3 like that in their number order. Kicks it out. There's the three from Johnson, and that rattles home. Bullseye there from Kimora Johnson, 17-10 Jackets.
Boy, nice job on the part of Lexi Brewer to draw the defense. You saw Beavercreek collapse on her when she put the spin move into the foul line, and that freed up the shooter, and Kimora Johnson buries the three.
Nice kiss off the glass teardrop there from Riley Steinbrunner on the response. Brewer quickly back up the floor trying to answer, and it rattles out. Just one too many trips around the basket. And Beavercreek trying to get this back within a possession. On the inside, it's kicked out. Leopard for three, and she's got it. Bullseye there from Lily Leopard, 17-15 now.
Great job again, pulling the defense into the paint. That frees up the winger, and Leopard buries the three. Great ball movement again for Beavercreek.
Stockton gives it up over there. Deep shot, no good there from Johnson, rebounded by Reynolds. And there's a foul there on Beavercreek on the inside. I believe that was on Steinbrunner. 17-15. It's just 17-10. And quick little 5-0 run by
just like
Beavercreek.
that. Beavercreek had a couple of nice quick possessions. Again, one of Coach Zink's keys was to be efficient on offense, and those last 2 trips down were quick passes leading to scores. So excellent work there by the Creek ladies.
Johnson, give it out up over there to Brewer on the right wing. Back up over to Stockton. Stockton, quick move. Kicks it over to her sophomore classmate and running mate Brewer, and that's long, pulled down by Leopard.
I can see why Coach Zink wants to be quick and efficient on offense, because the longer you stay in your half court against Sidney, the tougher the passing becomes. They do a great job. You saw it right there twice. Stockton closing the passing lanes.
Boy, they fly all over the floor at you and close out you at pretty fast rates. That's blocked there by Samantha Reynolds. Reynolds third all-time in Sidney history in blocks, and adds another one to that total.
Yeah, you saw an attempt at a dribble penetration there by Beavercreek, and again, Sidney gets to the ball very quickly.
Rhodes on the exchange. It's blocked by Brewer. Stockton trying to tip it to her, and it's going to stay with Beavercreek. Coach Foster pleading his case, but from our angle up here, pretty clearly Creek ball.
Yeah, ill-advised 3 there. Sidney was all over that. Here's your replay from Winners Meet. You'll see this pass out here to Rhodes, excuse me. Here it comes, and she tries to get that 3 up, and there it is. Lexi Brewer gets a hand on it.
Ball goes on the inside. They're landing, and she shuffled the feet. Tough break there for the Creek.
Yeah, just stepped before she let the ball go, so that'll be another turnover. That's the 4th turnover by the Beavers. The battling Beavers, I love it. And they are battling. 2-point game here.
Brewer gonna just trot it up over the timeline on the exchange there to Johnson. They weave around. She tries to split through the defense, and she loses it, and it's taken away by Macy Rhodes. So Beavercreek trying to nod this thing back up. Sidney's led the whole game. 17-15 halfway through the second quarter. Shot in the middle of the lane, no good there by Vaughn. It's pulled away by Brewer. She darts up quickly in the forecourt, straddling the right key in transition, and she's got it. Nice move from Lexi Brewer.
Yeah, you saw it right there. The sophomore ball handler, just a beautiful spin move, and it kind of froze the defense and let her finish strong to the basket.
Leopard in transition, and she walked.
Drug that pivot foot. It's hard. It's so hard to stop on a dime. You get all your momentum going, Brandon, and she tried to pull up as the defense was taking away her drive.
The call was a little delayed there. I think the reaction from the sideline officials, he saw it and he tried to pick up his whistle really quick, but we have a substitution back in the Sidney lineup. Cassidy Truesdale, another senior averaging 1 point a game, comes in to give Johnson a breather. Brewer on the inside, kicks it out. It's worked back up over to Stockton. She tries to split the defense, and she's going to turn it over.
Boy, nice job of just staying home, going up straight, big and tall there on the part of Landing, excuse me, for Beavercreek to get that turnover.
Ball on the inside, Rhodes on the exchange to Bean. Goes up on the top to Landing, over to Vaughn. Goes on the inside to Leopard, who's had some success today with 5 points. Rhodes takes it from 3, and it rattles out on the second attempt. Landing blocked by Reynolds. Battle between Stockton and Leopard. It's going to be a jump ball. Arrow favors the women in black.
Boy, nice hustle down there for a nice offensive rebound. It all started with Macy Rhodes had a clear look at a 3 just off target. Now we're going to get a timeout for Coach Foster and the Lady Yellow Jackets.
That'll give us a chance to tell you that you can follow WCSM AM 1350 96.7 FM and their internet exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com. All season long, your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize County. We also like to tell you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays of this game Monday, February 22nd at 9 p.m. and Tuesday, February 23rd at 5 a.m. You can also watch more games on demand through our YouTube, our Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. You can search us at NKTelco on your YouTube channel. And please subscribe if you want to watch more games from Sidney or any of our other area NKTelco schools. So 19-15 and a little bit of momentum going Sidney's way, Scott.
Sure enough, and they've done it with defense and quick guard play. The guards are doing a nice job of getting to the basket or working themselves open for the 3-ball. They've got 3 3-pointers now, the Jackets do.
Cross-court pass over to Brewer. Trying to work through this Beavercreek defense here. Stockton gonna try to take command of the offense. Pass over to Brewer. Patient Sidney attack here. High screen there from Reynolds. Just Patience weaving in and out of the Jackets. Holding on to this 4-point lead here with 2.5 remaining in the first half. Stockton spin move on the inside, and that bounced off an unsuspecting Samantha Reynolds.
Yeah, it just looked like she wasn't quite expecting that pass right there, and as a result, Beavercreek's going to come away with an important turnover. Try to close this to 2.
Rhodes looking on the inside to Leopard. Leopard gonna lose it on the floor over to Stockton. Jump ball, arrow. It should favor Beavercreek. They didn't change the arrow. As Reynolds will go out, Michaela Hurry back into the lineup.
Sidney's doing a great job of taking away the inside game. You see the length that Beavercreek has. Anna Landing, 6'1", by far the tallest body on the floor. And then they've also got, right now, that's Zoe Bent, 5'10". So they got kind of a good-sized lineup in here. Beavercreek does, but Sidney's done a great job of collapsing on that, not letting them get going inside.
Rhodes under the basket, fouled quickly by Lexi Brewer. That'll be 2 shots for Rhodes.
And they did get that arrow straightened out. The possession arrow now favors Sidney.
Rhodes going to the line. She's 67% from the stripe. And she cans the first one, nothing but net there. Back within a possession now. It was 17-10, Sidney. It's been kind of a little bit of a Beavercreek run, 6-2 run since for Beavercreek. And they're gonna make it 7-2 here, back within a deuce. Ball quickly in the corner to Stockton, and she was fouled on the baseline there by just entered back in Zoe Bent. Back into the lineup here is Riley Steinbrunner for the for the Beavers. Stockton works it into Truesdale. Up to Brewer on the left side. She splits the defense, up and under, no good, and that's blocked by Landing.
See the size right there. Landing doing a nice job of going straight up, being tall. Clean block, and we're going the other way off a turnover.
Off balance shot, rims out, iron unkind there to Hinders. Truesdale loses it in the backcourt. A turnover and a foul in the process. That's gonna be on Brewer, that's her second. Tough pill to swallow if you're a Jacket fan.
Yeah, gonna have to watch that one with 2 fouls now, 1:38 to go in the first half. Just want to be smart here and not get that 3rd foul.
Ball worked in up over there to Lanning. She's got one-on-one with Stockton off the glass, and we're tied at 19.
Well, nice job that time of taking advantage of the length down in the middle of the floor, landing up and in, and then a quick turnover by Brewer, and back the other way is Steinbrunner.
Up quickly in the corner, it's Rhodes going against the Sidney defense, bounces it on the inside, and that shot's good to Zoe Bent. And Beavercreek has their first lead of the ball game at 21-19.
Boy, Macy Rhodes, so smart with the ball. She could have gone up, but she had a tough angle coming down that baseline, Brandon, almost under the backboard, and she saw that open teammate. Very smart decision with the basketball by the junior.
Flare screen over to Hurry, and that's going to be a Sidney turnover. Up ahead of the pack, it is Bent working against Brewer, and that's going to be the 3rd foul on Lexi Brewer.
Boy, that's just exactly what you didn't want. Now she's going to have to play with 3 fouls, and we're not quite to halftime, so we'll see if Coach Foster's going to sub her out. What a nice bit of turn of events here for Beavercreek. 2 quick turnovers on the defensive end, and now we're turning those into points.
And Johnson going to be back in the lineup. Brewer out. Beavercreek trying to expand on their lead here. And no good from the line, both times from Steinbrunner. Tough turn of events there for the Battling Beavers. But they do have Stockton on the bench with 3 fouls, something to watch in the second half for sure. Ball on the ground. Jamal Foster, he called a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. give us a chance to thank some of our other sponsors on the scoreboard. First National Bank, keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, replays, winners, meets, starting lineup, Sidney Ogle's Audiology, and our player of the game, which Scott and I will pick later after the game, is brought to you, as always, by NKTelco. So a bit of a turn of events. It was 17-10 not too long ago, and it's been an 11-2 Creek run.
Yeah, it's been nice, and they've done it off of turnovers and not giving Sidney clean looks at the basket, and then going down and being smart with the basketball at the other end of the floor, the offensive end of the floor, making good passes and collecting some offensive rebounds. And so Coach Zink has his ladies positioned here to possibly go into the locker room with a lead if they can get a good stop down here.
It's again a 7-10 matchup here, so.
Give you a scoring breakdown real quick, Brandon. Allie Stockton for Sidney leads all scorers with 7. Kira Hudgens with 5. Brewer with 4 on the bench with 3 fouls. And then leading the Beavercreek Battling Beavers is their big in the middle, Anna Landing with 6.
Truesdale gets the ball. It goes up over to Hudgens. Hudgens averaging 9.2 a contest as a freshman. She'll direct the Sidney offense. Ball worked up over. Pitch and catch here. Goes to Stockton in the corner. She'll let it fly to reclaim the lead off the iron. Tough break for Sidney.
Yeah, it was good rhythm on the pass, catch, and shot. Just unable to bury it, but it was a good look.
Rhodes from deep, shot fake. Another shot fake on the inside, off balance. Shot no good there by Steinbrunner. Truesdale with the rebound. Sidney gonna have to get off a half-court prayer there, and that's just off the iron there from Hudgens. That'll take us to our halftime break. Beavercreek leads Sidney 21-19. We'll be back in about 9.5 minutes. You're next on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Ogle's and Sidney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Brookside Laboratories, east of Chicago Pizza.
Back here at the Student Activities Center at Troy High School here on this Green Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports, first round of tournament between the Sidney Yellow Jackets and the Beavercreek Battling Beavers. After one half, Beavercreek pulls ahead, nipping the Jackets by 2 with our first half stats. Mr. Scott Fry.
All right, so let's go down the Sidney side of the ledger here. Overall total field goals, 8 of 19, 3 from 6 beyond the arc. They had some really nice open looks for 3 by their shooting guards. 0 for 1 at the charity stripe. Rebounds pretty even, as you see on the graphic there, 10 for Sidney. 7 turnovers, and that's really how we got, it was a 17-10 lead for Beavercreek. Those quick turnovers really turned it around. On the Beavercreek side, total field goals, 9 of 25, 1 of 6 beyond the arc, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, and 4 turnovers by the Beavers. Leading scorers, Allie Stockton has 7 for Sidney, and Anna Landing with 6 for the Lady Battling Beavers. I love that mascot.
And the thing I look at, you look at going in this second half, Lexi Brewer with 3 fouls.
Yeah.
She picked up all 3 of those in the second quarter, kind of something you're going to have to key in on this second half. And she's on the floor to start with, so I'm assuming she's probably going to play some maybe off-ball defense here. And the winner, as you see on the screen, will play either Troy or Vandalia Butler here Thursday night here again at the Student Activity Center. The other side of the bracket, I believe Wayne plays. They play Fairborn.
Yep, Wayne with a big win earlier here at the Student Activity Center. And well, I'm thinking of it. A shout out to the Troy Athletic Director, Dave Palmer. They put on such a great tournament here.
And talking about Wayne, they have a girl by the name of Brianna Hall that's going to play for Coach Don Staley down at South Carolina. 14th ranked in the nation according to ESPN.
And that's awesome.
This bracket's going to about run through number 1 seeded Huber Heights Wayne. Creek works it up. It's Landing, the lead scorer in the first half. Rhodes up over on the left side to Bent. Back out to Landing. Patient Creek offense here to start.
Boy, Brandon, you're right. You just saw it right there. Brewer didn't even step up to defend that ball carrier right there. Being very careful with those 3 fouls.
And she didn't step in front of Lauren Hinders as she was going right down the lane, and Creek with the 4-point lead.
Yep.
Quickly up the floor is Sidney. Reynolds under the basket and is fouled, and we'll go to the line for a pair.
Well, you know, they coach those kids to put arms out on defense, and you saw it right there while you do that. The Beavercreek player had her back to the play, but you'll see on the replay here, her arms are out. Here it is. Look at that. And she's causing problems in the passing lane, not even knowing the ball's coming, and it results in a very awkward up by Reynolds, and she's fouled.
Reynolds, 52% free throw shooter, nails the first one. Sidney back within a possession.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch Brewer because at the offensive end of the floor, she's super aggressive. You know, sophomore, youthful, a lot of energy, trying real hard to make things happen as Reynolds buries the second free throw. But again, at the defensive end with those 3 fouls, she's just got to be smart.
Sidney going to amp that pressure back up again. Brewer going to go to the second level of that pressure to try to avoid as much contact as possible. And looked like it should have been a travel. Coach Ed Zink going to get a 30-second timeout. Missed a pretty clear travel there, Scott.
Yeah, sure enough. It looked like maybe I didn't see which young lady had the ball there. I want to say it might have been Zoe Bent. When she came down with that cross-court pass, it looked like maybe her ankle rolled a little bit. We'll see if we can see it on the replay here. As you can see him, beautiful press break down the right sideline here in front of the benches. Here comes that pass. You watch 1, 2. Yeah, see your ankle folded up on her.
Yeah.
And when you go to the floor like that, a lot of times you're going to get called on a walk, but the coach was right there to get the timeout in. So pretty, you see why Zink might have so many wins, right?
Yeah,
he kind of knows what's going on.
Smart coaching, and it just comes with veteran experience.
Great
quick thinking.
Great use of the timeout right there to protect the basketball. 23-21, Beavercreek is up.
Boy, and just big there. You don't give Sidney that possession back. You know, if you're Beavercreek, you're hoping to capitalize here. As the ball goes back inside, shot around and foul on Reynolds. If you fouled the other 22, Zoe Bent. That's her first. So no foul trouble yet for Reynolds, who's a defensive force on the inside for the Jackets. Bent going to the line. Bent is a 66% free throw shooter, and she comes through right there to expand the Beavercreek lead to 3.
3 of 5 now from the charity stripe are the Battling Beavers.
And she spins it through, and it gets a friendly love tap there here from Troy High School, and the Beavers are back up 4.
Little shooter's roll there.
Brewer going to be the floor general here. She's going to bring it back out and reset the offense here. Brewer go to the left side to Johnson, in the corner to Stockton. On the flare over there to Johnson. They're going to try to dip Stockton to the corner. They've run that set a couple times. High arcing shot, foul, and it goes out, but Stockton will get 2 free throws.
Earlier in the first half, Brandon, they had that little screen inside that Johnson threw for Stockton. Here's the winners meets replay. You see this time Stockton has to put the ball down and then shoot, but in the first half, she was able to bury a 3 from out there on that very same set.
They've been able to disguise that play. It looks like they're running kind of a flare screen at the top,
right,
and then they dip Stockton in the corner. They've run that set about 3 times as Stockton comes up short on the first one.
Well, it pulls the defense over with the ball, and if you can make a quick skip pass, this time the pass back across court was pretty high arcing, and it gave the defense time to reset, and so Stockton had to put the ball down on the floor and try it that way.
Lily Leopard back into the lineup as Stockton splits it from the line. Sidney back within 3.
See, they're going to try and press here, but again, right up the middle of the floor like you're taught. Beavercreek, great job of breaking press.
Shot no good. Rhodes with the offensive board. They outshot Sidney by quite a bit, about 6 in the first half. Leopard from the corner, no good. Another offensive board for the Beavers.
Boy, those are huge.
Ball goes on the inside, off balance, shot no good. Another board by Beavercreek. Rhodes well short again, another board briefly, but it falls off the hands of Lily Leopard.
So, man, 4 missed shots down there, but they helped themselves by collecting rebounds, just unable to finish.
Brewer just gonna let it roll to midcourt, trying to save time since their team's down. Still with a lot of time left to play. Stockton gets a high ball screen. Stop, gets it up over to Hudgens. Hudgens up over to Johnson. Johnson out to Brewer for 3 in the tie. Too hard. And it's pulled down by Vaughn.
I tell you, you saw a great example. They coach those basketball players, never leave your feet on defense. And you saw when that Beavercreek player flashed by, that enabled the Sidney ball carrier to dribble in and make a shot.
Ball worked up on the left wing there, up over to Vaughn. It's worked around. Leopard trying to get it on the inside, and it's picked off and taken away by Brewer. First in the MDL in steals per game, and she adds another one to that. Quickly up to Stockton, down the lane, too hard, but she gets it right back in the steal, and it's stolen right back by Beavercreek, and a foul on Stockton. And she's getting into it with Macy Rhodes down on the court, exchanging some words.
Boy, absolutely. You can see Stockton's kind of up in the ante, up in the energy there. You saw a good dribble penetration, and like you called it, Brandon, a little too much on it, but you could see her energy is there.
Her and Rhodes exchanged some words down there.
Got a little physical down there. I mean, it's good, clean play.
They're the lead scorers on both each other's teams, so the junior Rhodes and the sophomore Stockton. It's tipped by Brewer. Can she come away with it? Not quite. Leopard to the basket, blocked by Stockton, but she was straddling the line too close, stepped on it, turns it right back over to the Battling Beavers.
So 9th turnover for Sidney here in a pretty tight ball game. All these possessions are going to matter.
Michaela Hurry going to get to the bench and sub out Allie Stockton. Ball into Leopard. It's picked off by Reynolds. She's up ahead of the pack, and she puts it in. A nice play by the senior, trying to extend her career as Sidney brings the pressure up the floor.
Nice job there again by Reynolds, getting that turnover up the floor. You could see how careful she was being with the ball, make sure she made a good layup.
Good ball movement quickly up the floor by Beavercreek as they set their attack. Ball picked up, works it on the wing over to Vaughn. 4:22 here remaining in the third stanza. Goes up on the left side, Leopard battling against senior Michaela Hurry. Looked up Johnson trying to apply that pressure that Brewer can't right now, do the foul trouble, and there's a 3 there by Macy Rhodes. And Beavercreek back up 4.
Boy, they did a nice job of getting her open. She just kind of hung out there on the high right wing. And that little kick out as the defense collapsed to the ball, and Rhodes buries it. 5 now for Macy Rhodes.
Johnson trying to respond with a 3 of her own, no good. She gets her own rebound and is fouled in the process. Sidney will have it under the basket. That's on number 30, Lauren Hinders. That's her first, team's third. Sidney with a prime opportunity under the basket. Stockton taking a short rest. Brewer again with 3 fouls in the contest. Ball's worked along. Johnson gets it and is fouled in the backcourt by Vaughn.
Well, one of the things that Coach Zink wanted to do was to limit the impact of the guards for the Lady Yellow Jackets, and they've done just that. You get Brewer with 3 fouls. She's got to spend time on the bench down the stretch in the first half. Now you've got Stockton sitting on the bench. It's real hard for those key players to have an impact if they're sitting over here riding out foul trouble.
Brewer getting instructions there from Coach Jamal Foster. She takes it right side in the teeth of the Beaver defense. Hurry trying to keep it alive, and she can't quite do it. There's a turnover there for the Jackets.
That's number 10.
Stockton quickly to the scores table to check back in. Kimora Johnson will take a breather. .337 remaining as Rhodes chases it down in the backcourt. Over there, left side, up over to Vaughn. It's taken away. It's Reynolds again. She streaks to the basket and finishes the layup. Samantha Reynolds bringing the defense for the Jackets.
That's an eighth turnover there for Beavercreek, and you just saw Reynolds. You could see it coming. She watched that pass all the way, stepped in the gap, and down the floor she went. Again, another excellent, clean, fundamentally sound layup. Here it is, the winners meets replay. Bang, right in the gap, and here she comes. Look at her focus. Going to make a nice, easy layup and up and in. Great job by Samantha Reynolds. 6 in the contest now for the Lady Jackets.
Rhodes working it up against Hudgens. She's going to get the assignment with Brewer being in foul trouble. Stockton trying to apply some pressure. Ball's picked off there. It's Brewer yet again up ahead here in the fast break. Up ahead of the pack to Stockton. She'll shot fake on the inside and is fouled. Great sequence of events there for Allie Stockton.
Well, you see her ability to cut and put the ball down. She made Riley Steinbrenner hit the deck on that little dribble penetration. Then the little hop, kind of NBA hop drive there. And while she was unable to score, she's got a shot at 2 freebies here.
Stockton very shifty and quick on the inside. She cans the first one. She comes into this contest shooting at a 60% clip from the charity stripe.
And that's 9 for her so far. Looking to hit double digits if she can drain this one.
Sidney's trailed this whole second half. They'll still trail by at 1. As Sidney again going to apply that pressure.
Well, I tell you, Beavercreek's done a nice job of breaking that press. No trouble at all.
Leopard gives it up to Bean. Back up over to Rhodes. Rhodes getting defense. She's got the size matchup on Hudgens. Ball picked up by Bean. Goes in the corner to Rhodes. Ball's tipped there. Hudgens has focus on that ball. 3 there from Bean, and that's good. Trinity Bean with a big-time 3.
And that was contested. She had a Lady Yellow Jacket in her face. I didn't get the number of the defender, but Bean just stepped right up and drained that. Nice bucket. That was a big one. That puts them back up by 4.
Boy, and sometimes you shrug your shoulders. She was a couple steps behind the line there, and that ball's briefly taken away. Goes on the inside to Hudgens, and she smartly draws the contact and will have a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, just a nice job. I'll tell you, this freshman guard just so composed. You'll see the replay here. You see the turnover, then the turnover back, and then Brewer presence of mind, but Hudgens in the right spot there as Brewer tries to get the ball to the other side of the lane. Hudgens up and in. That's going to give her 7 with the opportunity here, as you said, for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And it's just a smart job of her shielding the ball with her body to get the contact too.
Yeah, yep.
She couldn't quite convert.
Very smart play.
Michaela Hurry gonna head to the bench. Kimora Johnson back in the lineup. The Jackets have trailed the whole second half. They led 12-8 at the end of quarter 1. They've trailed 21-19 at the half, and that's a foul in the backcourt. Illegal screen there on Riley Steinbrenner. Good call there by the sideline official.
Yep, got the block. You got to set your feet on that screen. Here's your replay. Steinbrenner gives the ball up and shuffles as the Sidney players coming into her. You got to be firm and still.
And that's 7 first-half fouls for Beavercreek. So Sidney going to be in the bonus the rest of the game. Something to watch, even though they shoot their free throws at 58%. Stockton spins on the inside, gives it up to Johnson. Cross-court pass to Brewer. Brewer guarded by Rhodes. Back up over to Stockton. 1.5 remaining. Sidney trying to knot it up or take the lead on this possession. Worked on the inside through the legs of Reynolds. It's a Sidney turnover.
Just fundamentally sound defense that time on the part of Beavercreek, just being there waiting. You make one bad pass and they make you pay.
Rhodes getting pressure there from Hudgens. And Ed Zink wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout again. We'll keep it here.
I think that's another smart timeout. You could hear the Sidney faithful all fired up about Hudgens D, and rightly so. They almost got a timing violation. Hudgens making it tough for Rhodes to bring the ball over, and I think Coach Zink just wanted to calm things down and get the crowd out of it maybe. With a 2-point game here in the ball, you want to convert on every possession, Brandon.
Yeah, and, Sidney offense, they're starting to get some pressure there. Man, they are trying to do what was really effective for them in the first quarter, get Beavercreek to play away from the wing there. And, man, they play you tight. I mean, they're going to bring that pressure for all 32 minutes and maybe plus, too, you know. It's been a close game throughout.
Absolutely has. So 1:09 to go here in the third. Beavercreek's going to start with the ball, so we're getting to that stretch here, Brandon, where every possession counts. I mean, they all do, of course, but especially now.
Absolutely. It's such a good venue to do games from. Generally, we come here, too, for the district tournament here in the Southwest District here for some of our Shelby County teams. It's a great venue, and some for volleyball as well. Ball worked on the inside there. Beavercreek fumbling it around. Bean pulls it out. He just hit that last bucket for Beavercreek. He drives on the inside against the likes of Reynolds, and I think she got a piece of that. Stockton fouled, or no, I think that was Johnson fouled in the backcourt.
They called that foul on Zoe Bent, but great defense that time, and I think you're right. I think Reynolds got a piece of that, and here's where these fouls are going to hurt Beavercreek, because now we're shooting in the bonus where that was the 8th team foul. So they're going to send, I think that's Johnson, Kamora Johnson, to the free throw.
Good substitution by Sidney. They put Brewer to the bench to make sure she doesn't pick up her 4th foul before the 4th quarter, as Johnson cans the first one and puts the Jackets back within 1.
Yeah, you're right. You're going to get a long 45 seconds here, so she'll be able to get some air, stretch out, and more importantly, avoid picking up that costly 4th foul.
Sidney ties it back up for the first time in the second half. They have not led the whole second half. It's been all Creek in the lead or tie.
See, that's where you got to be careful on that press. You never pick up your dribble, and especially if you're overpinned against the sideline. They managed to get it over the timeline.
Bean gives it up to Rhodes. Rhodes getting fierce defense from Hudgens. Hudgens not making Rhodes comfortable at all. Slips it on the inside there, and that foul's going to be called on Stockton. She can't believe it.
Yeah, it looked like maybe she might have leaned into it just a little bit into the contact. Tough to say down there. I'm not down there. Obviously, I can't see that far. I'm pretty old, but they had some good ball movement. That pass by Rhodes into, I think that was Bent that was driving that.
And another note, Allie Stockton just picked up her 3rd foul. Michaela Hurry back into the lineup to try to get her a
here's
quick
the replay.
breather.
So you see that inside pass to Steinbrenner. Yeah, sure enough, you saw Stockton just move her hips forward, and that's why she got called on that block. You got one short by Steinbrenner. Sidney's going to pull that one down.
And Sidney with a 10-second chance here. Hudgens got to be smart with it. The freshman, the young gun, trying to work it up here. We're tied. Hudgens going to try to get something off, and she's fouled in the backcourt by Steinbrenner.
You see, that's tough because you got less than a second. That's a bad foul right there, because now you're going to send an excellent, you're going to send a shooting guard to the free throw line. Hudgens good for 9 points a game. She shoots 60% from the charity stripe.
One and bonus opportunity here with the chance to give her team a lead in the 4th quarter, and it rattles out. The remaining 0.6 of a second wear off. We're at the end of 3. We're knotted up at 31. Going in the 4th quarter. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hello, New Bremen. I'm Matt Everidge with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your cable, telephone, and internet services.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, New Knoxville, I am Wesley Meyer at NKTelco. We are here for you and your customer service needs.
Hey, Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Back here at the Student Activity Center here at Troy High School in this Grand Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports. Scott Fry and Brandon Coverman here, along bringing you this first round of Division I sectional action here between Beavercreek and Sidney. We'd like to thank all of you that have bought a pay-per-view ticket or are watching on our YouTube channel or on replay on NKTelco Channel 3 and HD on 503. This first round action here. On the inside, right away, Beavercreek reclaims the lead there from Maya Grillo.
Man, what a nice up and in by Grilly. A little spin move down deep in the trees. One kiss off the glass, and it's a bucket, and Beavercreek back on top by a deuce.
7:35 remaining. Creek has led or tied the whole second half, and they reclaim that lead pretty quick. Stockton gives it up over to Hudgens. Hudgens over to Hurry, in the corner to Brewer. Brewer skip pass to Stockton. Stockton through the defense, and she's fouled.
I think they're going to get Rhodes on a little bit of body there. Yeah, sure enough.
Stockton, 2 huge free throws as you take a look at a Winter Quality Meets replay.
So you see Stockton dribble penetration down the right side of the lane. Yeah, you got arms all over her arms. Easy call for the official there.
Stockton cans the first one. Quickly back into the lineup is Kimora Johnson as senior Michaela Hurry to the bench.
That's what Stockton does for you. She's so quick, dribble penetration, you don't have time to react and get in position, and that's how you get those fouls.
Stockton, lead scorer with a chance to tie. It's a first-team NBL selection as a freshman, probably well on her way to another one of those, again, when the teams get announced here soon. We're knotted up at 33 apiece. This game has been a great game here so far for opening round tournament. Brewer applying that pressure. She's got 3 fouls. She's got to be smart. Shot from the corner, rattles out. Rhodes with the rebound. Stockton got to be smart with 3 fouls too. Deep 2 there. Long there by Grillo. Or Bent, excuse me. And Sidney gonna reset the attack here. Stockton left wing on the exchange there to Johnson. Gives it back up over to Brewer. 6:42 remains. Stockton gonna try to get an isolation play on the inside. Flips it to the senior Reynolds. Back out over to Brewer to Stockton. Stockton gonna let it fly from the corner, and that's just too long.
Boy, they got the look they wanted that time. Sidney did. Good ball movement. Freed up Stockton in the far corner. Just airmailed it over the bucket.
Ball worked up over on the right wing, Trinity Bean. Bean on the inside and foul. Allie Stockton, her 4th.
That's tough sledding right there. So now Coach Jamal Foster for Sidney's got a decision to make. 6:14 to go in this one in a tie ball game, and your leading scorer picks up her 4th foul. Looks like he's going to send in Michaela Hurry and let Stockton get a little gas here. Yeah, she leaves the floor. I've got her with 9-11.
Yep.
Normally she's 16, so see how she does down the stretch with 4 fouls, Brandon. It's going to be tough.
Beavercreek trying to go right at Hurry off the inbound set. Rhodes on the inside getting fierce defense from Hudgens. Ball being worked around here. It's held up there by Ashley Bond. Right wing, it goes over to Bent. Inside, off balance shot, no good. Rhodes with the rebound. Worked around another attempt for Beavercreek. Inside foul on Reynolds. That will send Bent to the line.
Boy, nice entry passes there for Beavercreek. Those young ladies are doing a nice job in the post of shielding the defender away and getting possession, and either getting a shot up or getting a shot up and being fouled. So
Bent, a 66% free throw shooter. But she can't can the first one off the iron. Coach Jamal Foster wants a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We're knotted up at 33 apiece here. We'll be back here soon on NKTelco Sports.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Please support the following sponsors: Forever Fit, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, Western Ohio Mortgage.
As you look at the Sidney huddle here, as Coach Jamal Foster breaks his huddle. 33 all, Zoe Bent with 1 foul shot coming up here, Scott. And have to play it a little soft here. Allie Stockton with 4 fouls now. We talked about Brewer being with 3 fouls in the first half. Now it shifts over to Stockton. So,
and you can see a lot of the defensive work has fallen to Kara Hudgens, and you see just what a relentless defender. You've called that several times now. Clearly the ball defense is falling to her as this one rims in and out and in again for Bent.
Hudgens on the inside, that swarming defense on the inside by the Beavers. Brewer spins on the inside, gives it up over to Hudgens. Hudgens through the contact, no good, and it's pulled down by Rhodes. 34-33. Beavercreek has led or tied the whole second half. Sidney's not away at it, but they haven't been able to reclaim the lead. They held the majority of the first, they held the whole first quarter and part of the second. Rhodes on the inside, up and under, and she's got it to go. They finally post up Macy Rhodes, and she takes advantage.
Boy, nice move. She's so smart down inside, just again, using her body to shield the defender. Dribbles right around the post defender, up and in.
Brewer gonna call out the set play here. It's on the inside. They kick it out over to Johnson on the top of the key in the corner. Hurry gonna get the skip pass over to Hudgens. She works inside against the bigger.
Well, she's so quick, but her pivot foot drug, man, she had that dribble penetration. She might have been just as well to finish to the rack, but Rhodes doing a nice job of shifting off wing defense to try and close the baseline. Caused Hudgens to think twice, and there was your travel.
Lily Leopard back into the lineup here. Really a chance for Beavercreek to kind of take advantage here with Stockton on the bench. Brewer gonna amp up the defensive pressure, even though she's got those 3 fouls. They've kind of taken off the full court pressure with Stockton on the bench. Landing, no good, rebounded by Leopard, out to Bean.
Boy, that was a huge offensive rebound right there, because they're up by 3. Beavercreek is. If they can extend this to 5, just make it that much tougher. 4:12 to go.
Leopard hands it off over there to Landing. They go left wing, they go over to Vaughn. Inside wraparound over to Landing, and she's got it. 5-point lead for the Beavers halfway through the 4th quarter.
Vaughn is just so smart with the basketball. She knows where the open players are. Almost had her back to Landing and still makes the pass. Big long 3-ball, no good by Hudgens. Rebound pulled down by Beavercreek.
Stockton and Cassidy Truesdale off the bench for Sidney. 38-33.
Sidney really needing to get a stop down here now.
And it's first down the battle. Winner plays Troy or Vandalia Butler, and there's Lexi Brewer with the steal. She's up ahead of the clear. She's all alone, and she converts. Jackets back within a possession.
Brewer, nice job picking that pass off. And I've got her for 6 points on the contest, but really her difference is on defense. She does score, but she can sure play defense. We saw it right there.
Landing in transition, too long. Johnson gets it. Try to push the break momentarily, but wisely pulls it out. Up over to Brewer. Brewer gets fouled by Bean, and 2 free throws coming up here for the super sophomore.
So Lexi Brewer is going to go to the free throw line. She's shooting almost 70%, one of the better. In fact, she's the top, almost the top, second best free throw shooter for Coach Foster. So again, important points to score when the clock is stopped. And there's one. Shooter's roll drops for Lexi Brewer. Here comes Allie Stockton back in now.
Riley Ryan and Riley Steinbrunner back in line. We say how Brewer's so good at getting steals. She's also second in the Miami Valley League in assists, so she shares the rock too.
Right. Yeah, she's like the classic point guard versus a shooting guard, and there's another free throw.
You get a little bit of that firepower of Stockton back in, and hopefully it sets us up for a very good last 3 minutes of action here at the Student Activity Center here at Troy High School, trying to battle for a right to keep their season alive.
Yeah, this is win and go on, lose and go home here. Tournament basketball, Division I, gotta love it.
We've caught a really good one here for the first game. On the inside, Landing, no good. Sidney might have got away with some contact.
Yeah, Cassidy Truesdale looked like she got a piece of that and deflected that shot, because I thought for sure that was a bucket. And so credit that block or that tip, I guess, to Cassidy Truesdale, the 6-foot junior forward for Coach Foster.
Sidney catches a break, a much-needed break. Hudgens cuts on the inside against the taller Landing. Off balance, rims out. Ball falls down to Riley Steinbruner. She's up ahead of the pack trying to weave around, and they'll reset the attack.
Boy, Steinbruner was going to hit landing right in the paint there, and boy, Sidney did a nice job of getting back on transition defense, and Steinbruner had to eat it.
Ball worked up on the left wing. It goes on the inside to Leopard. Brewer and Stockton have to be wise and not foul. Brewer gets the rebound off the miss. She darts up quickly in the forecourt. Stockton shot fakes inside. There's a swarm of defenders around him. Under 2 minutes remaining, we got our little warning here. 1 point lead, and Jamal Foster wants the timeout. We'll take it with them. It's a full timeout. 38-37. Let's gear up for the last minute. 48 seconds here next on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers. Thank you to the following sponsors: Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Wagner's IGA, Hulsman Automotive.
Welcome back here in the Screen Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports. Beavercreek holding on to a 1 point lead. Sidney calls a timeout. What are you thinking here for Coach Jamal Foster, Scott?
Well, you want to get your ball in the hands of Allie Stockton as far as the offensive end of the floor, and then keep her away from the ball on defense with those 4 fouls and ready to go the other direction with transition. So we'll see what we cook up as Brewer's going to run the half-court set here for Coach Foster.
They work it up to Stockton in the corner. It's through her hands and out of the timeout.
Looked like he was going to get what he wanted there with Stockton in the corner. I don't know how much room she would have had to put one up, but it looked like maybe she looked up at the rim before the ball was all the way in her hands, and so there's a tough turnover here. 1:43 to go with a 1 point lead by Beavercreek.
Quickly, Rhodes gets out of what would have been a Sidney trap. Ryan on the left wing in the corner to Landing. Sidney going to have to increase their urgency a little bit here after the turnover. Landing out near the white volleyball line. Up over to the lead scorer, Rhodes, and she walked. She took too many steps there. Pretty clear as day there. And a turnover for the Beavers.
That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, but that was
very
good call.
Infrequent, rare mistake. You could see Rhodes is really the one on the floor, the kind of the calming presence, but also the spark plug. And she's just so good with the basketball away from the play, passing in, assisting. And look at that. She's going to close a passing gap and create a turnover just like that.
Great players respond. Brewer trying to get the ball. It's taken away. What a play by Lexi Brewer.
Boy, she hustles down. She is so quick, Brandon. Here she is now trying to press the issue. Stockton's going to dribble fake. And another steal.
We're exchanging turnovers here lately. We got a minute remaining. Urgency has to increase here for the Jackets. Rhodes on the volleyball line. Pressure by Hudgens. Credit her. And there's another turnover. We are just swapping turnovers back and forth here, Scott.
Yeah, you can tell kind of the intensity level's gone up a notch. You got girls looking up the floor before the ball's in, or maybe looking to set for a shot. And as a result, you've got, between that and aggressive defense, we've had about 4 quick turnovers. And so Sidney now down a point, under a minute to go, as Brewer going to bring the ball over.
Beavercreek not in the bonus yet. Sidney's still got a foul to give. Stockton inside. Shot off the glass. No good. Stockton trying to follow up. No good. It's rebounded, and quickly Hudgens on the foul. 16 foul. Beavercreek won't shoot free throws yet. They've still got another foul to give for the Jackets. Again, Brewer, Stockton with 3 and 4 fouls apiece. Timeout, Coach Ed Zink will keep it here.
Just 2 fouls on the game by Hudgens. I'll tell you, her defense, Kiara Hudgens for Sidney, super impressive to play that aggressively and that smartly. Only collect 2 fouls. Here we are under a minute to go.
And the winner of this game gets either Vandalia or Butler or Troy. 2 teams that Sidney has played a couple times because they are in their fellow Miami Valley League team. We'll be back here at 7:30. If the Jackets win, we will be back here Thursday night. Hopefully, weather pending, the weather cooperates, that we can be back here if the Jackets do win. So as you take a look here, and we got some good shots here from our cameramen on the sideline. They do a great job, kind of the guys behind the scenes. Credit them and the guys in the truck. And
feeding us good graphics, giving us good ins and outs. We sure do appreciate that. Excellent directions always. Great venue, man. You got great sight lines here. You're not up so high that it's too far away. And again, thanks to the Troy Athletic Director, Mr. Palmer, Dave Palmer.
A lot of great media here, too. See Bryant Billing here from the Sidney Daily News.
Yep. And a great ball game. Boy, oh boy. 33.2 to go. 1 point lead by Beavercreek. And look at all this pressure down here
and
in the deep front court.
And the Jacket fans starting to get it into it. Quickly, Beavercreek working it in. They weave around here. It's Vaughn. Vaughn getting pressure there from Brewer. It goes up ahead to Rhodes. Cross-court pass. The time is winding down. The urgency's got to increase here for the Jackets. Rhodes. And there's a foul away from the ball. It's on Johnson,
That'll
Kimura Johnson.
send Steinbrenner to the line for 2 because they're in the double bonus. But Beavercreek has put on an absolute press break clinic today. I don't know that I've seen him turn the ball over on the full court press. Just great job. And you saw the ball handler, that was Ashley Vaughn, come away from the sideline and find the middle of the floor like they coach you to do. And there's the first free throw made there by Steinbrenner. That's a huge bucket. Now we got a two-point lead. This one even a bigger one with 18.4 to go.
One timeout remaining for the Jackets here. Steinbrenner with a big free throw can kind of extend the floor here if with a make, and she does. So Sidney's got no other option but to go for the tie. Coach Foster wants the timeout. We'll keep it here. It's interesting to see how quick the Jackets go with the shot. Do you go quickly or do you go just to force overtime?
Probably just depends on how open you are with that shot. I got to believe he's going to try to work either Hudgens or Stockton open down in the corner. They've had that nice play where they run that flare screen to the far side, ball goes over there, and the defense pulls away, and that leaves the wing shooter open. We'll see if we see that again. They've had some luck getting clear looks. Stockton did bury a 3 early in the game off of that and then missed one later, so we'll see if that's where Coach goes.
Again, Stockton playing with 4 fouls, Brewer with 3. Brewer's played well this second half without fouling. So again, the Jackets here with an opportunity to go into overtime, 14.9 seconds. Again, if you foul, it's the one and bonus opportunity. So say you miss, you know, they could miss the front end of a 1-and-1.
Right.
And you could have maybe another opportunity. So be interesting to see how quick the Jackets go here as Stockton's going to take it out of bounds on the sideline.
Well, and hats off to Brewer, too. You mentioned she's played this entire half with 3 fouls. She's also had a handful of steals, so the aggressiveness of her defense hasn't paid the price for those 3 fouls.
Brewer, top of the key. They're trying to get the knot up. Brewer on the inside. They're going to go for the 2, and Brewer's got it. And City doesn't have any timeouts left. And they're going to let the time run out. And Beavercreek's going to win it. 40-39, and that's your final. Beavercreek pulls it out. They nip Sidney 40-39. We'll be back with the final stats and recap here next on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sidney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at cargill.com.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Home and Interiors, New Knoxville Supply Company, Hokie Lumber.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
At Home and Interiors, our team loves to design beautiful yet cost-effective projects. From sleek and simple to elaborate and detailed, we customize to fit your tastes and budget with free interior design and color coordination. Visit our 5,000 square foot kitchen design center and bring your next project to life. Full custom kitchen and bath cabinets are built right here in New Bremen. Home and Interiors, your vision designed for your budget.
Today's game is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney Uglaze Audiology, NKTelco.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Back here at the Student Activity Center here at Troy High School in this Green Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports, the Beavercreek Battling Beavers nip the Sidney Yellow Jackets 40-39. Here with our final stats, Mr. Scott Fry.
Man, what a barn burner. Got right down there to the end. Congrats to both teams for a great effort. On the Sidney side of the ledger, they were 13 of 36 from the floor, 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, free throws 10 of 15 from the charity stripe. They pulled down 16 rebounds, and that was a big difference. Beavercreek, a lot of offensive rebounds today, giving them second, third, and fourth chances. 14 turnovers by the Jackets. On the Beavercreek side of things, 15 of 33 from the floor, 7 of 10, so very efficient from the charity stripe. 25 boards, a 9-point difference there. That's pretty big. And then 14 turnovers, Brandon.
You know, you just look at the end of that game there, that last play, Lexi Brewer, they went for the 2 to try to go kind of 2 for 1 there, but the problem was they didn't have any timeouts to stop the clock.
Right.
The Beavercreek inbounder just let the kind of clock roll down there, so it's a tough one for Sidney to kind of swallow there. They'll end their season at 16-6 as Beavercreek will advance to the second round, and they'll be back here at Troy on Thursday, and they'll play the winner of either Troy or Vandalia Butlers. They'll play here in a couple hours at Tecumseh High School here at 7:30 p.m. weather pending on Thursday. So Sidney, again, the Valley Division champs this year in the Miami Valley League. A lot of young talent, and they battled a very good Beavercreek team today.
Well, they sure did. Beavercreek did a nice job. One of those keys to the game was to contain the guards of the Sidney Yellow Jackets, and they did just that, especially Stockton getting her with 4 fouls. She had to spend a good amount of the fourth period on the bench just hanging loose, and she came nowhere near her game average. I had Stockton at 11 points. Normally she's 16, 17 points a game, so hats off to Coach Zink on drawing up a great game plan there to contain the guards of the Jackets.
Ed Zink adding another win to his all-time leading Ohio High School Athletic Association victories, winningest coach ever in OHSA girls history. And before we leave, we'd like to name our player of the game, Lexi Brewer.
Yeah, we wanted to go with Lexi Brewer on this one. She hit her average as far as on offense, but for me, I was most impressed with her defense. She had a number of steals, and a handful of those came with those 3 fouls. You know, she had 3 fouls late in the second quarter, and she played the entire second half foul-free, which was a key to keeping this game close. So hats off to the sophomore, and man, bright future for Coach Foster and Sidney. A lot of youth on that team. I think they're going to be just fine.
Sidney ending their season 16-6. Beavercreek advancing to 9-13. We'd like to tell you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on 503. You can catch the replay of this game Monday, February 22nd at 9 p.m. or Tuesday, February 23rd at 5 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com. NKTelco.com/sports. So that'll do it for us here tonight as Sidney concludes their season at 16-6. We'd like to thank our crew here tonight, our director Scott Robinson, as assistant Bryce Hamrick, on cameras Mark Bissell and Jacob Johns. For Scott Fry, I'm Brandon Copeman. The final time from the Student Activities Center, the Beavercreek Battling Beavers edge the Sidney Yellow Jackets 40-39. We'll see you here next time on NKTelco Sports.